People acting.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name's Amy Gedden and I make Sims videos here on YouTube. Today's video is very exciting because this is my first ever collab. So this collab is with the insanely talented JustAnotherSimmer. I will link her channel down below. If you haven't seen her stuff, she's just really great. And yeah, so she built the exterior of this house and it's absolutely stunning. I'm really not great at building like the exteriors of big massive houses. I don't know, I just think I get so overwhelmed and it just doesn't go well, but this is so gorgeous. It's this incredible lodge style home. So yeah, she built the outside of it and did all the landscaping, and I then did the interior, did the floor plan and the furnishing and all that. So going into this, I knew that I wanted to do like a Christmas themed build. It's December, I'm really hyped for Christmas. I've been so excited for Christmas very early this year. I don't know if it's just because this year's been so depressing and awful for everyone that I just wanted to embrace the festivities early or what, I don't know, but I am so excited. So I knew immediately I wanted to make this a Christmas build. So I've done it as like a big kind of lodge family home thing. In my head, it's almost more like a vacation lot rather than a residential lot. I just think it would work really well as a vacation lot in like Granite Falls or something. I don't actually have that pack, but I built it in Glimmerbrook and it looks really cool here as well. But yeah, I just think that would be really cool. But also if you wanted it as just a family home, that would also work. So because I had the idea of it being like a kind of a vacation home in mind, I knew that I wanted to put some rooms that I wouldn't normally put in just like a regular house. So here you can see I did a big cloakroom. And I just thought that would be really helpful, especially if you're like out in the snow or whatever. It means as soon as you get in, you can kind of go in, put all your coats there, change your shoes, all that kind of thing. And I think this room ended up being really cute. It's not something I would normally put in my builds, but I actually really like how it turned out. I think it looks really awesome and I'm really pleased with it. Another thing you'll notice in this is that I kind of was playing around a lot with the stairs at the start. I actually later went back in off camera and changed it to have platform with the stairs going up to it. It just worked a lot better for what I was hoping for. But because of the levels that I did the platform at, it's not actually functional, so adult Sims can't walk up it. So I later do go in and actually put another staircase in so that the main kind of feature staircase in that hallway is just for show, and then there's a usable staircase in a different part of the house. And I know that maybe seems a little counterintuitive, I don't really, like there's no function to that, but I don't know, I just thought it was really cool and really loved how it looked and I wanted to do that. This kind of entrance hall I really wanted to have just as a real kind of statement. So I was very inspired by actually the city hall in the city where I live. It has, when you go in, there's like, I don't know what it's called, it's like a big open circle in the ceiling that you can then look down from the level above, and then there's a big staircase behind it. And every year at Christmas they have a massive Christmas tree going up through that across the two levels, and it just always looks really cool. So I decided that I wanted to do that with this build today. I just think because it was such a big house that had been built, I thought that would just look really good. It was one of the few builds that you would actually have the opportunity to do that in. And also from my point of view, it saved me some furnishing by having it as a big kind of reception area. I really love how it turned out, and yeah, I think it looks awesome. So you can see here I'm working on the kitchen. because the build is so big, I wanted to do a really, really big kitchen. I went in, I did a double oven in it, I did a really nice big kind of rounded island, and yeah, I just thought a house this big, if you were having a lot of Sims in it, you would need a big kitchen to make all the food. So yeah, just figured why not go for it. And I don't know, I think it's quite different to the sorts of kitchens I normally do. I used a lot of dark wood in this kitchen. I used a lot of dark wood in this build in general. I don't know, I just felt like it really worked because it is that kind of lodge style house that I was going for. I just felt that it would work with a lot of kind of darker woods and like red tones for the festive season. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how it turned out. I think it looks so cozy and nice, and yeah, I just love it. I don't think it's the sort of build that I would play in as like my kind of everyday family home, but if it was as a like vacation lot, then I absolutely would. But I don't know, I just, for actual gameplay, I don't like having massive houses. I just find like I lose my Sims in them. I'm like, where are you? If I have like multiple Sims, I can't find them. So I prefer slightly smaller homes where I'm able to see all the Sims at once. I know that sounds a bit weird, but I don't know, that's just how I find it easier to play. I also put probably more bathrooms in this than I normally would. I think it ends up there's 4 bathrooms in it, and I just kind of thought that, again, it's a massive home, you would need a lot of bathrooms. I really love the exposed stonework that had been put on some areas of the outside of the home. I thought it was really, really pretty, so you'll see there I brought that in to use as a feature in some of the inside rooms, so kind of behind the stairs and also in the living room behind the fireplace. There's that exposed stonework, and I just thought it makes it look so kind of rustic and cozy, and yeah, I just love it. So going into this, I had just recently purchased Realm of Magic, so I knew I wanted to use the Realm of Magic bed in kind of the master bedroom, so you see there I just placed it. But I also thought that this bed would be so good in this build. It's the one that you get, I think, from completing the artist career. I don't remember which career branch it is, but it's one of the artist or painter careers. You get this awesome bed, and it has Van Gogh artwork on it, and he is my favourite artist, like, of all time. So I just love this bed, but I've never actually used it in any of my builds, because as you can see here, I always slightly struggle to find furniture with matching wood tones to it, because the wood tones on this bed are kind of odd. But I ended up finding ones that matched for this room, and yeah, I really love how this room turned out. If you've seen any of my build videos before, you will know I love the colour yellow, it's my favourite colour, so I don't mean to, but I will always inevitably have some sort of yellow coloured room or bedroom, normally bedroom, in my builds. That's just how I roll, I just think it looks pretty and I can't help myself. And yeah, sunflowers are my favourite flower, so this room ended up being like a yellow sunflower themed room, and I'm just a bit obsessed with it. I think it just looks so cute. I also used some furnishings from Eco Lifestyle, so like we have the little vases, and I also put one of the big like wooden things of leaves on the wall, which is another item that I rarely use, but I actually really love how it looks. You might notice in that bedroom I did actually place a laundry basket, but I actually forgot that I hadn't placed laundry machines in the build. So later on, I actually went in and changed the laundry basket over just to be a non-functioning one. So when it's actually up on the gallery, that laundry basket isn't a functional one, but it's the sort of thing, there's a lot of spare space in the house. You could very easily add like laundry if you wanted, if you have that pack and stuff. So this room here I thought was really cool. It was very like, it was like a black and red colour scheme, and that's a lot darker than I would normally go for. It's not a colour scheme I normally use, but I think it turned out really, really cool. And then I went in and did this kids room with kind of 2 kids beds. This one I made very kind of blue and bright, and I actually used one of my new favourite items, which is the big mural that was added in one of the recent patch updates. It's the one that gave us more of, I think, the Latin American inspired stuff, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know down below in the comments exactly what it was, but yeah, it has that gorgeous new mural that's like really bright and colourful. I think that's such a nice object to use in kids' rooms because it is just so bright and colourful and pretty. So I just sized it down slightly and put it in that room, and I think it looks awesome. So you can see here, moving on to the master bedroom. I am obsessed with this master bedroom. It has that gorgeous bed from Realm of Magic, which I love but rarely use in builds just because it is so extra. But I felt I had the space in this build, it would work, so I've used it and I think it looks really cool. I'm so pleased with how this room turned out. And then there's a little archway off into a hall, which then has, on one side of it, it has a built-in wardrobe, or like walk-in wardrobe, I should say. And the other side, it has a big master bathroom. That's just the coolest thing, I think. Like, having a little area off your bedroom with your walk-in wardrobe and ensuite, it just seems so bougie, and oh, I just, like, that's the dream. And for the bathrooms in this build, I actually used a lot of Spa Day. I never really used the Spa Day bathrooms that much. I love like the tiles and everything, but I'd not really used the bathroom items, but they're actually so pretty. Like this shower I love, and I love that little wooden mat, wooden like floor mat thing. I put that under my showers quite a lot. I think that looks really nice. And yeah, I then also used the Realm of Magic chairs. You can see I actually went in and changed the colour of some of the furniture here to make it more of like that reddish tone wood, just so that everything would match. I also put a fireplace with a little seating area in this room. I just thought it was big enough that it would look really nice. And I also ended up adding a Christmas tree in the corner with some presents, just embracing that Christmassiness. It's just a really Christmassy house, which I thought was really cool. And yeah, I really liked having the opportunity to use a lot of these build items because I had just recently bought Realm of Magic and Vampires, so I've used some of the build items a couple of times, but not very frequently. So this build really gave me a good opportunity to use that, especially so this bedroom, as you can see, I just really embraced it and used like the bed and the chairs and the tables. And I love it. I think it looks really, really cool. I did end up going in and changing the colour of the wallpaper just because I was then using the dark green bed. I thought the dark green walls were a little much. Another thing I did is I actually added a sauna to this house, which again is like the most extra thing to have in a house. But I was just thinking, if it is like being used as a holiday lodge in like the winter and somewhere cold, like coming in from the snow and then being able to like go sit in a sauna, that would be so nice. That's the dream. So I made this really big kind of main bathroom for this level. It has the kind of corner jacuzzi bath. It has a really nice kind of sink area, and then there's a little wall I built in the middle of it, kind of like as a divider, and then it has one of the university showers and some little robes hanging up and all. I just thought it looked really cool. I'm really pleased with how this bathroom and kind of sauna area turned out. And again, I know it's not something you would have in like a normal house, a normal build, but I thought it worked for this one. This kind of lodge style vibe I was going for. Yeah, I just thought it was really cool. I then went in and put a toddler room. I had been originally going to use this room that I had done on the floor plan as a bathroom, but I realised that I would actually have space to put a bathroom on the other side of the hallway and get another bedroom, which I thought would be really beneficial, because I think just especially having a toddler room, it means there's pretty much room for all ages. So the way I was kind of thinking of it in my mind is there's like 2 double rooms for like parents or grandparents or whatever, then the kind of single bed room, if that's the black and red colour scheme, would be a good teen room. There's then the room for 2 kids, and then now a toddler room as well. So there really is space for all ages, apart from babies, but I guess if you need, you could just add a bassinet or whatever. Yeah, and I thought it was really cool. So I used the Eco Lifestyle bed. That's my favourite toddler bed. It is just adorable. I love it. And then I realised that I had still just been using the saucer overhead light. I tend to use that in all my builds just because I think it's the one that looks the best in terms of the amount of light it gives out. So kind of before I start building, I just go in and whack those all around my house, and I tend to just leave them. But for this build, I just thought they really didn't fit. I wanted to have like a kind of warmer toned lighting. So I do go around a couple times and just change out all of the lights to get just lights that I thought would suit the build a bit better. And then for this main kind of upstairs reception area, it's got a bar and a piano in it, so it very much is like a kind of entertaining party space. So I grabbed some of the same sofas that were used down in the living room downstairs and just laid them out to have a couple of seating areas. So you could just like sit, have some drinks, listen to the piano. I just thought it would be really nice. And you can see also the top of the Christmas tree coming through. The very top of the Christmas tree, just the star, does clip slightly through the ceiling. But I figured that was okay. I didn't mind too much because, I don't know, I think if I made it smaller it wouldn't look just right. So I figured I would just leave it there. It doesn't matter too much if it clips, you can't notice it when you're playing, and it still just looked really good. And here you can see I went in and added the other staircase that I had mentioned earlier. I just thought it would be so much more practical having an actual working staircase. And I really wanted to keep the one with platforms, so I just added the staircase into the living room, and it meant that I could actually add another built-in wardrobe down there, which I know for The Sims isn't really that necessary, but in terms of realism, like having a wardrobe there probably would be pretty handy. I also just went and added loads and loads of Christmas decorations, so I've added a tree in the main living room. I added present piles just the entire way around this big tree, and I think it just ends up looking so festive and nice. I just love it. Decorating this house in such a Christmassy way did make me feel slightly nostalgic for kind of the way Christmas normally is, because obviously this year is very different. But I think this year is still going to be nice. It's just going to be very, very different. Normally in my city we have like a Christmas continental market every year where there's stalls from like all around Europe and stuff come and sell really lovely like crafts and foods and everything. And I always love it there. It's like outdoors and it just really gets me into the festive spirit, and that hasn't happened this year, so it was kind of disappointing and sad. But yeah, I think you'll get a couple more Christmas builds from me anyway, because I'm like, well, if I can't be as Christmassy in real life, let's just do it in The Sims. So yeah, that is I guess how I'm compensating. I'm just going in and making Christmas vibes in The Sims. What is your favourite thing about Christmas? I think mine is doing Christmas shopping, just the Christmassy vibes and everything. I just love it. It's so cozy and festive, just walking around the shops in the cold with all the Christmas lights up. Yeah, I think that's my favourite thing. But let me know in the comments what yours is. One thing I also wanted to put in this house was a study. I don't know, it just felt like the sort of place where there would be a big fancy study. So I put 3 desks. Only one of them has a computer because I figured, like, you need a computer in the houses, but also it would mean, like, if you have Sims who are doing homework or whatever, they can work at those desks. And because the walls in this build were so high, it also gave me the opportunity to use those gorgeous tall bookshelves. I love them, but I rarely get a chance to use them because most of my builds have the short wall height. So I was really happy to have the opportunity to actually use them. I think it's one of my, like, dreams in life at some point to have a big massive, like, study library room. Not even massive, even like a small one, but just like a study, like, lined with bookshelves with a cozy little, like, a reading nook and a nice fancy desk to work at and everything. That's the dream. I just think that would be so, so cool. So any chance I have in my Sims builds to put in really nice kind of cozy studies, I am all about that life. So we're coming close to the end of this build. I'm just kind of going around and doing some finishing touches. So you saw there I went in and changed some more of the lights like I had done earlier, and now just working on the extra bathroom upstairs. Again, a lot of the same sort of items as I had used earlier, just kind of a lot of spa day and seasons in the bathrooms. And then just going around adding finishing touches like toilet paper, some additional paintings and things that I hadn't put in earlier, and also just adding some skill items. So I add in a chess table and easel, that kind of thing. And obviously a few more Christmas trees as well. I had so much fun furnishing this build. It was such a great base to start out with. So that is all thanks to JustAnotherSimmer. It's all amazing work from her. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and ring the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. Whatever holiday you celebrate, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you all in the next one. Stay magical. Bye!
People acting